time to talk to the head man of LSU football, college football week 0. Coach O, what's up, man? How you doing today?
Good morning, guys. Competition Tuesday. Big day in Baton Rouge.
So let's start there then. How does it work now? Because camp is over, more into game prep now, getting ready for UCLA, maybe start to get those bodies ready a bit. Okay, my question is twofold. Start here. Do you start to take a step back in terms of the physicality of practices over the next couple of weeks leading up to Saturday?
Yeah, but not today.
Okay. So camp is still kind of on a little bit today.
Well, we really choose a big work day during the week. We are going into a game plan for LSU. Yesterday was telling the truth. Today, Competition Tuesday during the week is our big competition day, our big physical day. And then tomorrow we'll start backing off. But yes, we are going to back off for only one time a week. And then Saturday we have a mock scrimmage, helmets, and our guys will be fresh, ready to go.
And then, so, Coach, what about the actual structure of practice now? So still going hard. Is it still 1v1s and 2v2s, or are you at a point now where you start to move into more scout team and more UCLA prep?
Yeah, more UCLA prep. Still working. We'll still go 9-on-7. We'll still go 1-on-1s. We still have some competition drills, 1-versus-1, but we're starting to prepare for UCLA. So it'll be one offense versus two defense. Two defense is going to be UCLA defense, and two offense versus one defense. Two offense will be UCLA offense.
Hey, Coach, you do have a unique situation that UCLA is actually playing a week 0 game. Obviously, LSU doesn't. So you're going to have some game film to really break down. How are y'all kind of viewing that game? Going to watch it maybe as a staff and start to break it down over the weekend?
No question. Yeah. I think at 2:30 we're going to have a mock scrimmage. We'll be done. So we have to watch the game. Obviously, as you guys know, we get the film right away. But I like to watch the TV copy. I think guys are going to watch it on the phone, go over their families, but I'm definitely going to watch the game.
Talking to head coach Ed Orgeron here on Off the Bench. Coach, what about the biggest questions now? So you're on the other side of camp. What are some of the questions that you still feel need to be answered about your team?
Yeah, I think there's continuity. Keep on putting stuff together. We have everything in 2 minutes, 4 minutes, goal line, short yardage. I think just shoring up all those things, getting everything right so that we don't beat ourselves as far as mental errors, as far as penalties, as far as misassignments. I think our defense has done a good job so far in camp of eliminating the mental error and the deep ball. We're not perfect yet, but we made a big improvement in that area. Our pass rush has been phenomenal during camp. Obviously, on the other side, shoring up our protection, still learning what we can and we can't do with our offensive players, who's the featured players. I think that's going to come as the season goes on.
Coach, I want to ask you about running back Josh Williams at the scrimmage on Saturday. I thought he had a really nice day. He had a couple of big runs, also was always in the right spot when he was supposed to be there. What can you see his role being there in the backfield for the Tigers?
Kevin really likes him. Yesterday, Tyron was out. John was practicing. Josh was practicing first team. He's good in protection. He can run the football. But I'm telling you what, those two running backs, and as you guys know, Monty and Corey are coming. Yep. I think it'll be hard to keep off the field.
Yeah, and there's a few guys that have kind of tried to assert themselves like that during this camp period. Coach, when you look at this defensive line, where do you think it ranks among the defensive lines that you have coached at LSU, either as position or head coach?
Yeah, I think this one that probably has a chance to best. When I came to LSU has some great defensive line, and we've had some good ones. I don't think we've had a number one draft pick since I've been here. I think that we have some pretty good ball players. Ali Gay and Andre Anthony are really having a good camp. BJ Ojolari is a good player. I think those three guys are standing out to be the right close.
Coach, what about the status of Derek Stingley Jr. and Eli Ricks? What do their next couple of weeks look like?
Yeah, I think Eli, he's in and out. He's going to be fine. He had some soreness in an area. He couldn't practice to be back today. Derek, we've been pretty cautious with. making sure that he's okay. I think that he should be back game week and should be full speed.
Coach, another thing from the scrimmage that is a takeaway, and you can't deny it if you're out there, was the receiver play and the young receivers. You've talked about them, Coach, ever since they got on campus. Before they even put a pad on, you talked about how special this group was. They just continue to grow, Coach. Every single time you go out there, they look more and more mature, and I got to assume there's going to be a lot of receivers that are on the field this year. I mean, you got 7, 8, 9 guys that could play.
Yeah, they're part of now. Before they were freshmen, you guys been freshmen. Now they're part of the team. But our guys, it's pretty cool. We were out watching tape. Well, I'm watching tape with the defensive linemen. And this is about the second week of camp. And not many times the defensive lineman is going to notice a wide receiver,
Right.
And some of them older guys, they say, Coach, who's that number 8? The defensive lineman knew that number 8 was a good player. Malik Davis is going to be a phenomenal player for us. So is Chris Hilton. So is Brian Thomas. Those guys are phenomenal football players. Deion Smith. And then you look at Jack Best. I mean, those guys are some good players.
Coach, you talked about wanting to shore up the offensive line a bit here on the other side of camp. When you look at maybe where some of the struggles have come in, and it's a classic camp thing where it's like, is it a really good D-line? Like, what's the case? But do you think the struggles, do you see them as more mental or more physical in terms of what needs to be fixed?
Well, hey, T-Bob, first of all, I know you know this, okay? There's always more sacks in the scrimmage than there are in the game.
100%. 100%. Every time. Every time.
But anyway, and, the left tackle, Cam's coming along. Obviously, that position has got to shore up. Ed's going to be fine. Ben's going to be fine. We got Jason back here with the injury, Austin. But we won a lot of games with those guys.
Yeah. And
I feel good about those guys. And backing those guys up. Anthony Bradford's going to come along. Charles is coming along. We have to find some backups in case those guys get hurt.
Coach, it's kind of funny. We spent so much time over the summer and over the offseason talking about, potential quarterback battle. Then the unfortunate Miles news happens. And so Max kind of steps into that role. On the other side of camp, how do you feel about how the quarterback room performed, both Max Johnson and Garrett Nussmeier?
Phenomenal. We got two great quarterbacks, two great young quarterbacks. Max is our starting quarterback. He's doing well, as well as we expected him to be. Garrett is a phenomenal football player, makes plays all over the field, is a tremendous competitor. Probably one of the most improved players on our team from the spring. Just taking care of the football. He's a winner. Those guys have intangibles, great quarterbacks that you want.
Coach, you saw a little bit of fire from Max this weekend, right? I mean, got fired up when he scored a touchdown, was letting the defense kind of know a couple of times as well. I know you like seeing some of that fire and passion from your quarterback, and I saw him break down the team in a practice, and he was fired up, ready to go, going toe-to-toe with Ali Gay, someone who's a large human, but he's right there in the fire.
Well, the last time we had a quarterback get in a fight in the stadium in a scrimmage, his name was Joe Burrow. He's a pretty good person. I like to get the quarterback with some fire, but I don't want to see him break his hand too much. I promise you that.
Coach, what is in terms of UCLA preparation? So obviously you're going to watch the game Saturday. You're going to pour over that film and you're going to break that down. What work what foundation's already been laid in preparing for UCLA? What has the shadow staff put together?
Oh yeah, we've already made a preliminary game plan. It's been a week with UCLA all season, so we know that you got to go back. Now it gets closer to time, the deadline, triggers the process. Now everything's a little bit more intense, so you go back with a fine-tooth comb. So we're going to redo it all over again. But we will have a good idea of who they are and what they've done, the type of plays they've run. Obviously, there's going to be some change with some personnel and stuff like that. But we have basics of our game plan already in.
Coach, right before you came on, we were actually talking about special teams, and we were talking about Cade York, and I was talking about it at the scrimmage. He's just kind of sitting over there, doesn't have his helmet on, picks his helmet on, kind of jogs out to the middle of the field, and then he nails a field goal. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm starting to count, like, how far was that? That's 54 yards, and it looked like just another day at the office. I mean, what's it like to be able to have a weapon like that, knowing if you get close, if you get in the red area, it's almost automatic points?
Beautiful confidence. I mean, first year we'll be in that area, and Coach Mike shoot that area up, and ever since I haven't had to worry about him at all. Cade York, any Saturday morning at LSU, I don't care what it is, and Cade York is working. He is a tremendous competitor. He has a routine that he won't get off that routine. He's a hard worker. He's a very mature kid, very, very motivated to be the best.
Coach Ed Orgeron, getting ready for UCLA. Next time we talk to you, it will be game week. Let's go. Coach, enjoy Competition Tuesday, and thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, T-Bob, you got family out there.
What's that?
You tell your family out there in California, you better see them in that stadium.
Oh, we're going to be there. Don't worry, we're rolling deep. The grandkids are coming. Everybody's coming, Coach. We'll see you out there in the Rose Bowl.
All right, man. Go Tigers.
Yes, sir. Go Tigers. Man,
we both are rolling deep in that game.
we are. I also, though, I hate an awkward interaction with a phone breakup where, like, somebody tries to crack a joke and then, like, you want to laugh at it, you want to, like, throw back the joke, make it feel good, but then it's like, I couldn't really understand it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Don't
but,
like it.
again, like, you're not going to tell, hey, Coach, we'll call you right back. It's not one of those guests. It's not one of those guests like, hey,
because,
Coach,
there was
bad
no
phone
real,
connection.
because it was, like, right on the edge of being unusable, but then also, like, there was no real other options, so it just is what it is.
Hunt must be over there doing an interview, and he borrowed Hunt's phone.
When we get back here on OTB, let's wrap up hour number 1. We still got a lot to get to on today's show. Keep it locked. Off the bench.